Hello, my friends. Yesterday we concluded the 7 I am statements. Statements that John recorded Jesus as saying of himself, telling who Jesus is. John also recorded 7 miracles or signs that show what Jesus can do. Now in John chapter 20, the last verse, it says that he wrote these things so men might believe. He also said that if we were to put everything in the books of what Jesus did, the books of the world couldn't contain it, because there's a lot of things that Jesus did that are not recorded. But John was specific. In fact, many scholars tell us that 92% of John is unique to him because he had a certain purpose. He didn't want to write what everyone else had written, but he had a purpose of what he was writing so that men might believe. So let's look at these 7 signs. Let's start today and look at the first one. In John chapter 2, we have Jesus going to a wedding, and they ran out of wine, and so Jesus turned water into wine. Now, there's a lot of debate as to whether the wine was fermented or not, and I don't want to get into all that, but I do want to say that in the Old Testament, there were 2 words for wine. One was fermented, one was not fermented. In the New Testament, however, there's only 1 word, and it could mean fermented or not fermented. I do want to add that the first mention of wine is in Genesis chapter 9, when Noah planted a vineyard, and then he got drunk and became naked. His son saw him, one of his sons, Ham, and a curse came upon Ham. And so it was looked at as a negative sense. And throughout the Bible, when there's people that got intoxicated, it was always in a negative sense. So we don't believe that Jesus, I don't think he approves of intoxication. But what kind of wine was this? Was it fermented or non-fermented? Well, the master of the ceremony said when he tasted the new wine that Jesus had made, he said it was good wine. Now, I just have a hard time believing that Jesus created a wine that would cause intoxication, because it's such a negative thing throughout Scripture. But whatever you want to believe, we'll take it at that. But here's what I think the whole point was. The whole point was quality. God is a God of quality, and he's more than enough to meet every need. I want to say to you that whatever need you may have, whatever situation you're facing, we've got a God that will answer your prayer, and he will give you more than enough. Paul said, "My God shall supply all of your needs according to his riches and glory." And when God does it, he does it right. It's not partial. He does it right. There's more than enough for you. Well, listen, God bless you. We'll look at another miracle tomorrow. Bye-bye.